Jane Austen was an English novelist who lived during the late 18th and early 19th centuries. She was born on December 16, 1775, in the village of Steventon, Hampshire, England, and was the seventh child of George Austen, a clergyman, and Cassandra Lee, from a prominent family. Jane was close to her older sister, Cassandra, throughout her life, and the two maintained a strong bond. Early life. Jane Austen grew up in a loving and intellectually stimulating environment. Her father encouraged her education, and she had access to a wide range of books in her family's library. From a young age, she showed a keen interest in reading and writing, often composing stories and plays for the amusement of her family. Literary beginnings. Austen's writing journey began early, and she started crafting her first stories in her teens. In the 1790s, she began working on more serious literary efforts, including Lady Susan, an epistolary novel, and Eleanor and Marianne, which later evolved into Sense and Sensibility. Life as an author. Jane Austen's writing style is characterized by her keen observations of society, wit, and subtle social commentary. Her novels often revolved around the lives of the English landed gentry, focusing on themes such as marriage, social status, and manners. Despite her literary talents, Austen's works initially remained unpublished. It was only later in her life that she achieved literary success. Mansfield Park, Emma, and Northanger Abbey were published anonymously in 1814, followed by Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility in 1815. Austen's most famous novel, Pride and Prejudice, was published in 1813. Personal life. In her personal life, Jane Austen never married. There were a few instances of potential romantic interests, but none of them resulted in lasting relationships or marriage proposals. Some of her early letters suggest she might have experienced unrequited love for a young clergyman named Thomas Lefroy, but any relationship between them did not progress due to financial constraints. Later life and death. In 1816, Jane Austen's health began to decline, and she eventually moved to Winchester in search of better medical care. However, her condition worsened, and she passed away on July 18, 1817, at the age of 41. The cause of her death has been attributed to Addison's disease or Hodgkin's lymphoma, but the exact reason remains uncertain. Posthumous recognition. During her lifetime, Jane Austen's novels received some positive reviews, but she achieved little fame as an author. After her death, her novels gained increasing popularity, and her literary reputation soared. Austen's novels have since become classics, and she is now considered one of the greatest novelists in English literature. Legacy. Jane Austen's works have been adapted into numerous film and television productions over the years. Her novels continue to be read, studied, and celebrated for their keen social insight, humor, and timeless portrayal of human relationships and emotions. Her influence on English literature and the development of the novel as an art form cannot be overstated.